fantastic when they played it.
Yeah, I mean, we saw already the TyLoo versus Flash Gaming best of 1, which was on Inferno, 16-13 in favor of TyLoo. For Cash as well, I mean, that's Flash Gaming's pretty much second best map. For Flash, they want Train, they want Cash. They want the maps that we're seeing right now in the map pool. I mean, obviously the first ban from TyLoo being Train, knowing that that's Flash Gaming's favorite map. But in terms of the veto, you can be very happy if you are both teams.
Yeah, very true. Cash actually the map they statistically have the best win rate on, currently sitting at a 90%, where they have been very effective in the past. Not as big as a pool to go off though. 11 officials played on that. Moving on to Cobblestone as the final map.
Yeah, and this is the only issue right now from TyLoo. We saw yesterday Cobblestone versus the Australian side. I believe that was the 16-6 matchup where Renegades just smashed out TyLoo's defense. Renegades claiming 13 rounds on their defense. Oh, sorry, offense versus the TyLoo defense. So the question is, have TyLoo recalibrated, changed up how they're playing their CT side for today's matchup? As otherwise, this could be a 2-0 in favor of Flash. But nevertheless, it's going to go into round number 1, the pistol round at that. Flash Gaming going to be starting on their CT side.
Let's get straight into the action then. Early on, Tainted is going to throw that nade out towards top banana and try and get a little bit of splash damage done. Nothing really going to come through though, as they group up for what appears to be a burst towards that A sights nods.
Lovey towards Boiler will eventually fall back towards Quad. Also got someone there towards Arch, as he has the information towards top middle. So as soon as the play comes in towards a Flash Gaming, going to know.
The nades are soaring through. They're zoning out the CTs. Lovey in position. They're waiting for the push to come his way. They burst out. DD trying to get the early entry. Struggling ever so slightly, though, as he goes down to Summer. Carcer as well going to come through for that CT side. But Bentet and Captain Mo did trade it back. Bentet as well should be able to go huge here on the scene of the crime right now as he pushes round, eliminates Carcer. Attacker is on only 7 HP.
2 versus 2 now. B10, somebody from the TyLoo side as the bomb is planted and the after plant shall begin.
They're trying to retake the site, but Attacker goes down. It's all up to Casey. Gets one, gets the second as well. With a double entry as he blows them away. The defuse can come through. Kaze, he knows how to snipe with an AWP, and he knows how to slap them down with a USP.
Thing is as well, Jack, TyLoo playing that 1 versus 2 completely down to a T. They go for the double face, but Kaze doesn't miss. Biente there had no Kevlar, and you could see what happened as well. Kaze was missing his head by landing the shoulders, the diaphragm, the chest, and it was causing the A-punch from Biente, meaning that even in the 1 versus 2 peak, they couldn't quite claim that last kill. It's going to go 1-0. That's a very crucial round as well for Flash Gaming, as when you look at the veto, the next map being Cash, statistically the best map for Flash Gaming, so TyLoo maybe a bit paranoid as well. If they let this one slip, going into Cash, their chances in their favor going into their second map.
As this push coming down early. Just holding, looking like they actually were going to go for a bit more of an aggressive play towards Banana, but instead, they are just going to hold towards top mid. TyLoo grouping up those snods as they're going to go for a late round burst.
Captain Mo with the deagle. Oh, peek in towards corner of top Banana. As already the first kill is found actually by the captain. As here comes the push towards B.
All charging their way straight through. Caster, though, going to double or nothing right now as he will mow his way through them with that UMP. He gets himself a nice little bit of additional cash as well to aid them as the rounds. Push comes through, but Kaze was ready with the M4, and it's all left on Bondik. But he's miles away, Snods.
Is indeed. It's going to be 1 versus 4 for Bondik. Obviously, no Kevlar into this one, as the bomb was planted in the last round for TyLoo, so TyLoo's going to be buying upgraded pistols. You saw Deagle from Captain Mo, but apart from that, no Kevlar. So they can try and buy into round number 3 and catch Flash Gaming off guard with their UMPs, their MP9s, where TyLoo will actually have the firepower advantage.
So Bondik coming around here from the rear. Looked like he was very intent in trying to do something into the round, but obviously he's going to get spotted out. So he's going to take one singular shot to eliminate him, really. And Flash Gaming, they do get that second round with ease.
They do indeed. So for Flash Gaming right now, the question at hand is, do you carry forward the MP9, the UMP? Do you take the risk and bring it into this round? And the risk for your economy as well, if you obviously disregard that and rebuy an M4, you're left with $0 in your bank balance. But then again, if you save it and you get kills with it and you win the round, suddenly you're in a 6,000, 7,000 surplus. So the difference is huge if it does pay off for you. And we are going to be seeing them taking that risk. But for TyLoo, it's going to be the Glil onto Bondik for AKs as well. And decent utility, but already some of it taken out of the server as Kaze finds the first.
Kaze looking very effective so far into this series, as he's already getting the League frags he needs. But out of control coming out as well. They actually do back off. They smoke it, and they can rotate one player off as well. So that's going to be Summer that works his way over to West Speedway.
Bent it towards T-stairs, holding and waiting for the smoke to eventually fade so they can show presence towards Banana. Try and keep 2 players from Flash Gaming towards the B side. As you can see, Summer rotating from B back towards A. which means right now for Flash Gaming, their CT defense is split 1-4, as they're hoping that TyLoo walk into their trap.
Casa re-smoke towards top banana though, so no one is going to be pushing or encroaching upon his map control right now. B.O.O.T and co still just spamming away those snods, just leaving those seeds of doubt in his mind, expecting them right now.
You can see though, even though B.O.O.T just shot through that smoke, that will force the rotation from Summer, and that will weaken that CT defense towards the A site. Now it's only 3 players instead of 4, as the bomb is outside apartments. Let's see if B.O.O.T and DD can try sell a fake and cause even a 3rd player to rotate towards B.
Molotov going to go over, as it will ignite the site. The push coming in as well. They're trying to find the potential opener if they can, as they push straight through. No real contestation so far, as they've got site control now. And they've forced a massive rotate. Look at that, Snods. Everyone has arrived on the scene. They actually do back off, but Bondi gets the entry on the A site where the true play is going down. Takes down Lovey. They can slip on. The bomb goes down in just the nick of time, as this retake will come back round. It's a 4 versus 3. Bondic is only on 2 HP.
B.O.O.T right now holding towards second middle. Gets the drop onto Summer. Will turn this into even numbers. 3 versus 3. Bondic is low, but he can try and play a headshot angle towards Pit. So even though he's low, it doesn't really make too much of a difference as the push comes in from Quad. B.O.O.T again gets a drop on another player, Casa, and K's go down. It's going to be attacker now on the 1 versus 2. Bondic is low. Is that the lifeline he needs to try to secure this one?
Oh, Bondic running straight through as he just tries to stay alive. Attacker coming in on the response though. 2 HP on him. The pre-fire goes round, but Bondic can beat because of the support. They do get that opening round.
2-1 now, as TyLoo will claim the first buy. They get the bomb down in the pistol round, meaning they can bring out these AKs in round number 3 versus the MP9s, the UMPs from Flash Gaming. And now the issue is, what money does Flash Gaming have in the tank after conceding that 1 round? They will be going for the buy AWP onto K's, but no Kevlar, which means it could be impacting how aggressive he wants to play into this round. 2 M4s as well, and 2 CZ. So there is a kill onto Lovey, but apart from that, Flash Gaming's utility is looking fairly weak. They will have double flashbang onto 1 player. That's going to be Casa with the M4. And K's, knowing that the longer this round goes on for, the lower the chances for the CT side, because they do not have the utility to push back TyLoo if the push using the aggression and the executions were to rain into the sites. As K's tries to have an impact with the AWP before it's too late.
Just waiting for this push to come towards top and honor as well. Investing a lot of utility early on to actually try and force the play. Someone just going to play on the close angle here with the CZ, as he does have backup with Casa. Going to go for the pre-fire round. Flashbang goes in, they do face him, he gets the opening frag, but couldn't quite get the second, didn't have enough time there. Casa goes through as well. Going to find the headshot and cap him over. B.O.O.T will trade it back, but he is low, left on 13 HP, and they spotted the bomb from the back of that.
TyLoo, though, not going to be pouncing on that B site, even though they found 2 kills towards Banana. K's with a fast rotation from Arch is now holding that angle. And the issue is, are TyLoo ready for this rotation from the AWP?
Oh, okay, he's missing the initial frag here with the AWP, so he's forced to fall back as well, so he will just play and wait for the timing. You can see TyLoo actually repositioning and structuring themselves towards this A site.
Keeping 2 players there is a good call as well for Flash, as TyLoo are going to be committing towards the A site. B.O.O.T and somebody towards middle. Bondic towards apartments once more. As the angle, the off angle from attacker could get the drop on 2 of these players to see if he peeks with perfect timing. The bomb on B.O.O.T, but he peeks out. The bomb dropped towards quad though, which means TyLoo can still retrieve it, get the bomb down, plant safe. You have Bondic jumping down into pits and somebody on the default site. How are they going to be able to structure this one? As Case has no care for the AWP trying to go for the retake. It's not the weapon you want in this scenario.
No, not at all. Attacker though, luckily with the M4 can be of great use if he can actually find the entries that are necessary. They need to peek with the correct timing though, as he's going to work his way out. They have this angle covered. Somebody should find the frag, but Case gets the opener. There's a response from somebody as he gets one. Attacker straight in amongst it, but he goes down. Somebody will find the headshot. A beautiful double kill coming out for him as he picks up the round for TyLoo.
We saw yesterday K's landing those wall bangs through pit. He does it again today when his team really needs. The only issue is there, he misses that second shot on it to somebody, allowing TyLoo to get to 2. Flash Gaming now are actually going to go for the 4 spy. Wow. So I imagine the reason is, Jack, obviously in the last round, 1 player survived. This round, 1 player survived. It was somebody. Flash Gaming know that the money is so low for TyLoo. If they claim this round, then they're going to be the ones with the advantage, forcing TyLoo onto the weak buys, the ecos. Flash Gaming could easily get a 4-2, a 5-2 advantage if they can claim this round and win versus the low buys and the ecos that TyLoo might be amounting to. But nevertheless, they do have to win this round. And K's with the Deagle. No AWP this time into this one to try and have an impact. Or Flash Gaming lacking the utility needed to maybe try and take control of Banana.
Yeah, going to be a little bit awkward for them. Actually, the HE going down, though, does tag up Captain Mo a little bit, so good bit of splash damage done, at least.
TyLoo slowly but surely trying to take control of Banana. Summer close range with this CZ. Is he waiting for a flashbang? He is, as one of them are blind. DD was that aforementioned play, but eventually will get the spray. As it seems like his teammates were behind him wasn't too blind as well. So even if he died, that would have been a good trade. But 5 versus 4 and Flash Gaming, if they lose this round, they will be broke. So TyLoo, this is a big round for them. Can they try and claim it? Going to be restructuring back towards middle now. 5 players here. No one towards B. Just 2 players from Flash to defend this one.
Attacker just waiting in this angle. The MP9 can be deadly if he plays his cards right, but it's going to be a bit of an awkward round for him. Plays behind the smoke right now as he's listening out for information, though, as well. When they go for this push, he just needs to try and be lucky with his silent assassin play. But instead, he will be backing off and live to fight another day.
MP9 on the weapon you want in that scenario. As the push comes towards Arch, he's going to be swarmed towards the site.
He luckily will get into position just as they take control. But they're pushing through. Doesn't really have much to work with here. Lovey just with the MB7 goes down as he will. Full Bentet and Captain Mo to find the early entries. Castle will trade it back, but everyone has been wiped away. Kaze is the last man on the scene. Oh, tried to get shot off with a Deagle, but somebody is fast as he flicks with the AK.
3-2 now. TyLoo going to probably be forcing an eco for Flash. As running for Flash Game, and they have roughly 2,000 across the board aggregately in their bank balance, so they can't go for the buy just yet. If they save this round, it's a round for TyLoo where they can really start to run away with the economy as well. You can see 3,000 or 2,000-ish across the board for the TyLoo players. And if this round goes clean, 4 or 5 staying alive, which it should do versus the Ecos, then this is the scenario where TyLoo can have 5,000 in the bank. So even if Flash Gaming are claiming rounds, they can continuously buy and buy again and force Flash Gaming onto their back heels.
Once again, trying their luck towards B. They found a fair bit of success here previously in just being able to work their way up. Caster immediately going to be backing off as well, and he had P250 in his hands, already at 32 HP. As it is a stack on the A site, but when they face, Captain Mo will make quick work of them with the AWP situated towards bottom mid.
Yeah, Attacker hoping to see no one middle, call for a stack towards the B side potentially for Flash, but eventually Captain Mo will spot him. As it will be now a 5 versus 4. 1 minute 10 left on the clock. Just going to be the upgraded pistols. No Kevlar for the CT side, so not really any resistance towards B from Flash Gaming.
Entry coming in towards B. Casa will fall. Looking for more as well, as Summer just going to be sitting by the smoke. Doesn't want to push his way through just yet, though, obviously. Not really much of an investment. P250 CZ and a USP. If they lose these weapons, it doesn't matter. So they can try and go wild into this one and hope for the absolute best as they'll push their way through. Bondic holding this close angle, though, as Summer should fall. Will get the initial tag off, actually. Refaced it as well. Dinks him down, but doesn't actually get the kill. But luckily, Kaze was there to support as well, as they'll trade him out with a CZ, trying to force as many of these players on the sides of TyLoo to have to buy into the next round.
Exactly. If they can keep these players on the site when the bomb does eventually explode, I mean, DD and Captain Mo are low. If they're within that bomb radius, they can potentially be taken down, and that can be forced to buy even more into the next round for TyLoo, but eventually they'll be taken down before the bomb does explode. So TyLoo having 4 alive, bomb being planted. Yes, there's no kills in SMGs. That'll still be great for the economy. And as I said before, look, 6,000 for some of the players for TyLoo as their money is now starting to swell and blossom into a scenario where they can afford rebuys if Flash Gaming pick up a few rounds. And the dream scenario for TyLoo right now, even if they concede a round and it goes 3-4, try and win back that round and force the reset. It's really pivotal, especially in a map like Inferno as well, where it's so important to have Molotovs, smokes to take control of Banana in CT side, or Molotovs that deny pushes towards Quad or Arch to force resets onto the CTs to really run away with the lead on your T side.
Nades coming in on those slots towards top Banana as they do a fair bit of damage. Bentet actually going to be able to blow some out of the server with that follow-up HE. Very nicely done.
Finally seeing those HEs towards Banana actually having to be brought on, doing great effect at that. First kill found by the HE grenades, but not before the damage can be dealt by Flash's grenades. You can see 35 HP for Bondic, 48 for Bentet, and somebody on 53. So TyLoo are fairly low. But then again, Flash Gaming are lower in terms of the numbers, especially even now as Lovey will go down. Bondic finds that kill. 5 versus 3. 2-man advantage now for TyLoo. As the A site is open, but Attacker rotates swiftly in via Arch. And now it's going to be 1 from Flash Gaming towards the A site as Bentet and TyLoo make their mark towards this A site.
Making Making their way through. Captain Mark actually misses the opening shot, but the AWP stance, he should have connected that, and he goes down to Attacker. This is where things could go south on the entry as well. Attacker finds the follow-up frag on DD. Luckily, Bentet will get that frag, and towards B, somebody denies the rotate of K's, so he forces it to just be the one-man play. It's all up to Carter, and a 1v3. Can the ex-TyLoo man do a little bit of damage here, or is he just going to have to try and tiptoe away and save?
Somebody ran out of the flank towards CT spawn. Just in case Carter did try to save. Potentially going to try to go for a few exit kills. Obviously, if he had a kit, there was a chance he could try to go for the ninja. But then again, he will eventually be taken down, so could have gone for the save. But instead, he tried to dent the TyLoo money. But the problem is they've got 7,000, 8,000, 9,000 for Bentet as well. So you're really impacting your economy more than diminishing your oppositions. It's going to be the pause being called by Flash Gaming and a well-timed one of that. One of the positives we've seen from the Asian team so far, Jack, is they're very good at using the timeouts, as they don't want to allow TyLoo to gain too much of a foothold and a grasp too early on into their T-half, winning 5 in a row.
Yeah, a good response there from TyLoo, really. It looked like Flash were off to a fantastic start. Obviously, the thing is, characteristically for Flash, it seems like it does take them a couple of rounds to actually sort themselves out, understand how to read their opposition, and then bite back against them. I feel like we have seen them go at least 5 rounds down in nearly every series we've casted throughout the minor. Yeah,
I mean, they always go 1 to 5 down, 1 to 6 down, they bring it back, and then eventually they end up losing in the final moments of those important and crucial matches. Yes, they won versus MVP, but I'm talking about versus TyLoo and Renegades. 16-14, 16-14, 16-13 are the scorelines which Flash Gaming put up against TyLoo and Renegades when they played them. Is it a mental hump they need to try and get over to eventually have the ability to close out games when they are on that threshold? Nevertheless, there will be the quasi-buy count for Flash Gaming. Just 4 ZZs and a USP for K's. Smoke and HE as well for him and Lovey. But a likely scenario now for TyLoo to get to 6-2, have a 4-round advantage already on the T side and claim 6 rounds on the trot.
Just right now. Slow stuff from TyLoo. Obviously, they know that there could be these upgraded pistols in play. They don't want to charge into a up-close angle where it's going to be at its physical best, as they do slowly set themselves up those stunts towards this A site.
4 players from Flash towards A, 3 towards quad, as they're hoping that TyLoo will smoke off Arch, go for the flash, and they push towards quad, which we did see in the last anti-eco. Money comes out towards under balcony flash as well will be met, as now TyLoo can take control of real estate of mid.
Smokes go down though, as they are currently pent in towards quad and arch. They're unsure of where to go. Seems like they're leaning more favorably towards that arch side though. There's a man in position. He could do some damage. It's K's, but he's only got USP. It's not going to be the most advantageous weapon in this firefight as the flashbang goes through. But they don't actually even clear it. They just flashed it and then charged straight round. He will give himself away though and goes down. Everyone is falling on the side of Flash. It's all up to Carter now. Just left in a 1 versus 4 for CZ and Armor.
1 versus 4. Captain Mo did decease, so maybe there's a gun on the floor for him to try and retrieve. But I feel like TyLoo aren't going to allow that one to slide. It's going to go 6-2. It's going to be a 4-round deficit now for Flash Gaming. And as we head into round number 9, will we see the impact that that pause should be having for Flash down their CT defense?
Yeah. Is this where they're going to be able to change things around? Obviously off the back of the brief break they had to try and talk about their structure. Carter, extending a little bit, biting off more than he can chew really.
There you have it. We'll save the Kevlar and the CZ, so if K's buys the AWP, he can drop over that CZ to him. And obviously keep the Kevlar to back it up with an M4. So the money run out for Flash Gaming. It's going to be 6,000 for Lovey and K, so the AWP will be no issue for them to afford. And if they wanted to as well, they could bring out a double AWP setup if required, or if that's actually what they wanted to bring. But let's see, as right now, Jack, Attacker's the one wielding the AWP.
Yeah, going to be grabbing the AWP. Seeing if he can actually get some explosive entries. Obviously uncharacteristic.
It is.
We've seen him go for this play now and then, but it's very, very rare, more so than anything. Normally K's is going to be the one we see donning the weapon. What could be the logic behind this? Maybe we see Attacker going a bit more aggressive?
He has the spawn, yeah. You can see he's gone for the spawn and the peek towards second middle. But look at the fast play from mid. Oh, so unfortunate. Attacker gets that one spawn as they push through middle. K's gets spotted as well towards Arch, as the A site is completely open and up for grabs for TyLoo.
Yeah. Unfortunate for him there, as it's really been their biggest downfall once again as well. They've got site control. The bomb can be planted by Captain Mo. Everyone is trying to push their way back through, but Bondik has the angle. Lovey will actually make his way in. They're going to spot it out, but it looks like they've realized it's just not worth the risk, and they do actually back off. Bondik extending around as well. He is quite heavily on the hunt here, as that did not work out well for Flash Gaming.
Yeah, Flash losing 7 rounds in a row now, which means they will have the maximum round loss bonus, 3,400. If they can save their M4s, then they can drop over to attacker and re-buy into round number 10, but at that point it will be 7-2. And 7 rounds conceded consecutively for the Chinese. Well, both these teams are Chinese actually, for the TyLoo squad. There you go. Anyways, they try to save in ruin. TyLoo can hunt if they wanted to, as right now they have more than enough cash to buy up. But nevertheless, they will allow Flash Gaming to save. So 4 players surviving. No AWP. No players from Flash can afford the AWP drop over to attacker or K's. Karsa was the one to drop. So it will be 5 M4s kits. Utility is strong as well for Flash Gaming. But you saw there, attacker had the great spawn towards middle or towards second mid. He went for that peek. He took the risk, but it didn't quite fall in his favor, which means TyLoo, they claim the 7th round. They know they're versus another buy round from Flash Gaming, but if they can secure this one as well, they can be getting very close to double digits in the first half.
Yeah, you imagine that if they continue on in that recent form, they're going to be able to lock this down. Bondik as well.
The exact same peak.
Literally once more, he will find that entry.
Desperation in the camp for Flash Gaming, as desperate times call for desperate measures, and right now those measures are not really being too well looked after. Captain Mo as well holding for the jump face towards Banana, as TyLoo will slowly but surely walk their way up Banana, hoping that someone from Flash Gaming is towards corner. They can try catch him off with the AWP.
Karsa, if he faces, it could be awkward for him. Actually will reposition now, as they've alerted him of what their cause was. Somebody as well with the entry as he catches him there.
They're going to save again. This time, the B site is only defended by 1 player. Last round we saw that A site going down instantly. And now it will be the B site in return. It's going to be 8-2, and Flash Gaming, it seems like there's a massive miscommunication. Attackers trying to go for these audacious and risky plays, but he goes for the same play twice in a row. If it didn't work in the last one, and you've shown it as well. This is the thing. TyLoo were ready for that peak. They Molotoved it. They held for the peak from back of T-spawn. And it was a very easy kill for them to find. That's one of the things you've got to try and do, right? You need to be creative and changing it every single time. I think Kaze did a really good job of it yesterday, actually, in one of the games. I believe it was versus Renegades, where he was... Oh, no, sorry, it was Nifty. It was Nifty versus Flash Gaming, and on that CT side with the AWP, he was towards Quad, he was towards Boiler, he was towards Arch, he went towards the B site. He peeked and pushed apartments into second mid. Every single round, Flash Gaming was surprised as to where Nifty was. And the problem is right now, we're not seeing the same level as dexterity and flexibility from the CT defense of Flash Gaming. We need to see them take a chance, but calculated and smart, and something that's going to catch TyLoo off guard, but they're not expecting a push. Potentially an AWP towards Banana to go for the face down, but then again, Captain Mo's been holding for that peak. Potentially hold for, we saw Nifty do this as well, hold for the jump into apartments. That could work as well. So right now for Flash Gaming, we haven't really been seeing them play a slow passive round. Give up control towards Banana, give up control towards middle, and allow TyLoo to push into the site. Save your smokes, save your Molotovs. 50 seconds left, 40 seconds left, and hope that TyLoo push when the clock is low.
Yeah, Flash looking very complacent right now, as they are letting these rounds slip away. Obviously, here comes the reinvestment, though. It's a bit of a bigger buy. Summer on the AWP, also K is going to be donning one. Is this where they can try and switch things up in terms of momentum? K's as well. Solo play towards Banana, as he is going for the intervals of jump facing to try and spot out and see if there's any information, whilst the rest of them have the 4-player setup to try and play for trades at A site.
Yeah, finally going to be seeing the AWP towards B from Flash Gaming on K's. But then again, 4 players towards the A site now, as Flash have control and information towards Banana. The AWP as well hold the angle, so they have early information. Only issue I can see, Jack, is Summer is the player that's closest towards B at Arch, which means he will be the rotate player, but he has an AWP as well. What happens if CT smoked, Ruin smoked? He'll be impactless, but then again, whoa, okay. Let's break that down. Kaze finds the first kill. He doesn't fall back. He goes for a risky repeat, gives up complete control of B and Banana, and the round's over.
It's true, they've got side control now, they can just play from after plants, and we've seen how effective TyLoo have been in these post-plant angles as well. Flash Gaming, they're going to be in for a massive struggle if they actually want to commit and try and go for this retake. They get close right now, and it seems like they're pondering the idea of going for it, as the retake will be coming through from Attacker as well.
Bomb ticking away. They have kits right now for the CT side. A Molotov as well if they want to flush out Captain Mo behind back boxes. I believe they have spotted him, but not before he can get that first kill.
Yeah, comes in with the opening frag, ready for more as well. There is the response, though, as Lovey will get the headshot down. DD gets one, but he eventually will hit the deck as well. It's all up to Casa in a 1 versus 2. He fires off a warning shot to try and alert them of what he's up to, trying to force the issue, but he just has to get out of there now. Needs to save. Will grab the AWP. Luckily gets out of vision. Oh, they will spot him in the end. Bondic just hunting him like a wildebeest as he sprints towards him, but luckily Casa was ready to hit him.
9-2. K's with a ridiculous repeak there. We said in the preface as well, Jack, these Flash Gaming players, they go for refaces, repeaks, and
constant just overextension plays. When you get the early frag and you think that's it, right? You finally got the impact kill, but they keep pushing and keep pushing the issue.
That's one of the things that separates a good and a bad anchor player, right? Is knowing when to peak to get that first kill, to get yourself the advantage, and knowing when not to peak, because if it goes south, if it doesn't work out, if you go down, you give up complete control of B. And yes, you made it into a 4 versus 4, but it's a 4 versus 4 that heavily favors that team that's got great after plant positions. The bomb is planted open for Banana. You had Bondic, and another player from TyLoo as well. 2 players towards Banana. You had Captain Mo in the prime angle as well with the AWP towards back boxes. So TyLoo were able to have the B side for free, and with that time they found such good after plant positions. It did fall in the favor of Flash Gaming, allowing TyLoo to get to 9. But it will be another good buy here from TyLoo, from Flash Gaming. So actually TyLoo as well, of course. AWP for Captain Mo, 4 AKs as well. Good utility right now for TyLoo, and then for Flash Gaming, UMP onto Lovey. 3 M4s in the AWP for K's. This time he has Kevlar, and he is back towards that B-bomb site, backed up by Casa. But there's only 3 players towards the A site right now, as TyLoo expect Flash Gaming to be more careful towards B.
All charging straight out, though, as they will get their way in towards the site. Somebody actually bypasses Summer and finds those kills. Captain Mo as well, I think hitting the no-scope on towards Lovey there as takes him down. Somebody going to get the bomb planted, as they are into a 3 versus 3 retake, but they have post-plants.
For another time now, TyLoo are the ones with the bomb planted. Good after plant position. He's going to play it towards Pip. Look at Bondic as well towards apartments, holding in case anyone comes towards middle. He's going to be such a thorn in the backside for Flash Gaming if he decides to go towards apartments or late quad or arch. A re-smoke comes out as well towards Mini Pip, delaying this push ever so further.
Oh, Captain Mo as well, just going for these audacious faces. He's making it work. Somebody going to chime in as he shuts down Summer. Kaze just has to save once again. And here's the thing for Flash Gaming. They haven't had the most phenomenal CT halves on Inferno, but they've had very, very solid T halves. But the thing is, they've still done better than this. This is by far the worst CT half we've seen coming out from them. They just can't quite get it together. TyLoo already 10 rounds on the trot now, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, we're used to seeing Flash Gaming as slow burners or starting off slow, you know, 5-1 down, 4-1 down, 6-1 down. But not like this, Jack, as it will go 10-2. The only rounds that Flash Gaming have picked up was a 1 versus 2 on the pistol. And obviously winning versus the full eco from TyLoo. And ever since then, it's been 10 rounds in a row for TyLoo on their T side. It's going to be the AWP again for Mo. 4 AKs as well. And then on the flip side for Flash Gaming, it's going to be a buy again, of course. Obviously having so much money as the round loss bonus, they can continuously buy and buy again. And again, talking about repetitions and things happening again, Attacker will go for that peek towards second mid for a 3rd time. And of course, a hat-trick of times he will be taken down. It's going to be the 1-man advantage of Attacker going for that face towards second mid.
Just so easy for him to get these entries right now. As you can see, the repositioning coming around from TyLoo, though. They will see if they can actually get this map control towards the A site. Summer is in position. We need to see more coming out from Summer now, as he will unleash, rattles off those warning shots, gets Mo very low. At least he has fallen to 12 HP.
K's alone towards the B site with the AWP. Bented as well towards T stairs from TyLoo, holding it in case anyone does push down Banana from Flash. But actually, they're going to be sending Summer back towards B. So in terms of the CT defense, it will be 2 towards A, 2 towards B, and it's going to be a poor call from Flash as the actual execution and the hit is coming towards this A site.
Oh, look at the Molotov damage as well. So Lovey forced to fall back as he was just getting burnt to a crisp. And they are ready to go for this play.
Summer's gone back towards B as well. This fake of a fake is actually going to be working for TyLoo as the bluff has been won by TyLoo.
They charge their way in. DD gets the entry as he trades back. Lovey did a little bit of damage. Caster, though, with a double kill as he speeds it up ever so slightly. Bondic will be able to end his reign of terror, and Bentet is in a fantastic angle. You could see Summer going to go for the flash out. Both of them are there. Bentet should surely just win this firefight with ease if they extend out like they are. He finds the headshot on Summer. Kay's going to try and contact face it with the AWP, but it's just unfavorable in so many ways. Peek there for Bentet. Another frag for him. And another round for TyLoo, Snods. This is just abysmal.
11 rounds in a row for TyLoo on their map pick Inferno. As it will go 11-2. 9 rounds is the deficit amounted and accumulated for Flash Gaming on their CT side. Double mag 7 from Lovey and Attacker. Hopefully Attacker doesn't peek second mid with the shotgun. That would be something to witness. But nevertheless, Jack, it's going to be round number 14. Penultimate round of this first half. And so far, TyLoo are coming out the gate swinging.
Yeah, they've been pulling out all the stops, really, and just locking them down round after round. Flash, you got the AWP on K's, Glass Cannon. Double mag 7 in play. Maybe there's some potential for some shenanigans with that, but this relies so heavily on K's just being able to find those early impact frags, and that's what I feel like has actually been missing. They haven't really been able to get those early frags and then just fall back and play that slow style SDS nods. They've never been in that position like where they normally have been when we've seen them play CT half Inferno.
I mean, they are playing correct textbook Counter-Strike in terms of the rotations of the CT side at the beginning of the round. I'm not talking about Summer's crazy, rotate towards A, rotate towards B, and then coming back again. But actually, talking of the negatives from Flash, maybe there's something positive to gain from this one. 5 versus 4. Man advantage from Casa. But K's having no Kevlar with the op towards the B site as the Molotov will rain in towards first Oranges. As Captain Mo of the op is going to be going for the walk and contact face towards B. Easy going to be met by Summer first. Or K's.
Grouping up. Getting ready to try and go for this play now as Flash need to be ready for this. It's only going to be 2 players on the site. Summer slowly repositioning towards second Oranges, actually further back now as well. Caster still just waiting. The smokes and flashes will sort over as they begin to kick this one off. Caster comes in, gets the first, Neil the tag onto the second as well. Summer might be able to finish Captain Mo off if he peeks round. Luckily, they do so. Caves as well. Did he come in with a collateral there?
A big collateral. You can't tell from his body posture, but he did just get 2 kills in 1 bullet.
Doesn't give a damn.
Doesn't give a damn at all. 3-11 now. It will be a call for a timeout from TyLoo. This is one of the things I like from TyLoo. They're very good with their pauses. They use them instantly as soon as they feel like they're going to be losing momentum. You can see Peacemaker now. He understands how crucial and pivotal going into the second half this final round is for TyLoo. If they make it 12-3, they're going to be feeling very, very comfortable on that CT defense.
3 rounds is all Flash Gaming have been able to mount so far. Is it going to be 4? Or will they just only be getting through with the 3 they have been able to claim? Obviously, the thing is as well, it's scary. It's still not even enough of a buffer. If you go through and lose that opening pistol round, Snods, it's basically good night on the first map.
Yeah, especially if it's 12-2. I mean, that would go, what, 13-2, 13-3, 14-3, and then obviously versus the Eco 15-3. So at that point, yeah, it's pretty much as good as done. Nevertheless, though, Flash Gamer can try and bring this one back. If they make it 4-11, try and get the second half pistol, make it 7-11. Suddenly we would have a game on our hands. But nevertheless, if you look at how this first half has gone in the buy rounds, it's not looking good right now for Flash Gaming, especially as Caster goes down to 6 HP.
Oh, Kays was trying to do something with the AWP, but he couldn't quite actually get himself into a position to go for a play. Had to fall back and support from the site. It's Caster as well, and 6 HP into what is going to be the final round of the half already.
Then again, the one buy round Flash Gaming have won was towards that B site when TyLoo got melted by that AWP and rifle setup. So will TyLoo try and sell a fake towards the B side, smoke out CT, smoke out coil, flash over, maybe send one player in, and then from there try and potentially go for a double fake towards the A side as well. We saw that in one of the prior rounds where they show presence towards B, they show presence towards A, but actually went back down towards the B site. So are TyLoo going to be bringing us a guessing game? And still Bentet towards B, holds, but now he has pinned his grenade. Smoke goes out towards CT. Bentet as well. Is he going to be used as cannon fodder towards B to try to sell this fake towards A?
Oh, Summer waiting, goes for the pre-fire, doesn't quite land the shot just yet as the Molotov will go down to try and disperse them. They charge straight towards him. Summer will take down somebody, peeks back through his own Molotov as well.
Is he going B?
Whoa, they fully rotate round snods, they've misunderstood the play. Lovey goes down to Captain Mo, they've got side control now as well. They've been given extra time to get the bomb down and get themselves into good positions because of the misread.
These mid-round rotations from Flash Gaming have been horrendous. Bente, though, will eventually be taken down. Summer will make this into a 4 versus 3, but not before the HP bars are low for Flash. 6 for Casa, 14 for Summer. Yes, they have the kits, but they're lacking the Molotovs.
Oh, Bondic as well, with the surprise play, takes down Attacker. It's all on Casa, Summer, and Kaze. Summer and Casa are very low as the flashbangs are coming in. They're trying to go for the entry. Summer will get one, but there's the trade back. Bondic as well blows Casa out the server. It's all up to Kaze now in a 1v2. Sprints out, tries to tap the bomb. Bondic will find another headshot. That's a hat-trick for Bondic. And a fantastic half for TyLoo. 12-3 is going to be the scoreline off the back of what was just a dominant display. Flash just looked scared, looked confused.
I wouldn't even say scared. I'd say a bit too confident, to be honest with you, Jack. I wouldn't call... Well, I mean, the peaks from Attacker, if you remember, 3 times he's peaked towards second mid, the exact same angle. Fair enough, you can do it for the first time, try and catch TyLoo off guard, and then from there, change your angles, peek towards... you know, T apartments from your apartments, or try and, you know, peek from quad towards middle, play that off angle, try and change it up and spice things up and try and keep TyLoo guessing as to where you are trying to go for the aggression on your CT side instead of making it so obvious and telegraphed. Yeah,
it's true. It was just very easy to read, and it did not work out too well for them. Just let them slip away, really, throughout that one. So 3 rounds is all they have, Snods. TyLoo, we know they can be quite effective on these opening pistol rounds, and that is always a scary thought to have about how this could go as we get into the second half.
Yeah, if this second half pistol goes in favour of TyLoo on their CT side, I think it is as good as done. But nevertheless, you know, for Flash Gaming, we've seen them come back from some very big deficits, and then when they do, always eventually concede the game and lose. But nevertheless, can they try and change that storyline?
It's very true, as I think we are going to find out if they can try and turn this one on its head. Welcome back to the Asian Minor, as we will see what is going to be going down on the second half. TyLoo kicking off fantastically as they got 12 rounds on the first map on Inferno thus far. Flash Gaming just looking uncharacteristic of themselves, especially with the fantastic tournament run they've had so far, Snods. They've made it to the... basically, you know, the creme de la creme. They've made it to the final place to try and decide if they're going to get a spot to make it one step closer to that major, but they've just crumbled away. It just looks very, very different to what we've seen from the entire tournament thus far.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen them have deficits and losses early on in the halves where it's like, what, 6-1, 7-1, and they bring it back, you know, 9-6, 8-7, second half, they win that second pistol, and they climb to an advantage, right? The only issue is, have they let TyLoo get too far ahead before it's too late? It's already 12-3. And at that, a 9-run advantage for TyLoo, going into the CT side defense, which is arguably more favored as well. So it's not looking too good for Flash Gaming. As in terms of the history and rivalry between these teams, both these teams want to not only make it to the major qualifier, but prove their statement that they're the best Chinese team.
Yeah, try and take that mantle and really prove that this is going to be them making their way through, grabbing that spot and securing themselves, at the very least, that place. But let's see anyway, Snods. Now, Flash Gaming over on their T side. They've looked good on their T side before. Is this where they can reinvent themselves?
Versus Renegades, Flash were able to do well versus Renegades on their T side, right? We saw from JKS and Nafly they had some issues towards Banana, but apart from that, what can Flash do versus TyLoo to change and spice things up?
Oh, kills coming through those. They push their way out. Bondic actually going to be rocking the dualies as he's doing damage. A double kill for Bondic there. 1 for each gun. Somebody with 2 of his own as well. Kaze might get the plant, but can he win the 1v2? The smoke is down to try and keep them as far away as possible right now as he hides away in Graveyard, sitting by the corpse of the fallen CTs.
1 versus 2, playing the headshot angle towards Graveyard. Only issue here is this is usually a 1 and done position. Can he try and claim 2?
It's true, it's a bit of an awkward angle, but he makes it work so far as he gets the initial frag off on towards somebody. Oh, they do bait him out though as they got the smoke down. Did he force him to try and spam away? Did he just going to jump on the bomb? He has the kit. Kaze needs to try and get him off. He's tagging him down, runs him with a knife. Does get the stab at the last second, luckily.
There you have it, the 1 versus 2 claimed and won by Kaze as he finds that first kill. and then understands that DD had to try and stick that defuse. It's going to be 12-4. Still the 8-round advantage for TyLoo, but actually, it will get ever so closer, as now Flash Gaming are going to be the ones with the firepower versus the Force Buy and pistols and potential eco into the next round from TyLoo. So for Flash Gaming, they cannot concede the second round buys from their opposition right now. TyLoo going to be going for 4 CZs, 1 Deagle, no kits though. Usually see Bentet buy that kit on the Force Buys or the weak buys. He's the one that takes the hit. Talking of taking the hit, somebody will drop to the floor as Summer finds the first.
Summer seeing if he can get any more here as well, as he is pushing up. The Molotovs are soaring over as they will set a blaze towards the site. DD and Co. Just waiting to see if this push is coming towards them as it starts to taper down now a little bit.
Does indeed. Bomb still towards Vietnam as they're just going to be holding in case anyone from TyLoo continues to get aggressive. Push for information potentially. We'll try and take some 1 versus 1s up close with those CZs. And right now they do have 3 SMGs. MAC-10 for Lovey, K's, and of course onto Karsa, the UMP. So they can lead by example with those SMGs into the sites and try and get the clean-up kills with those Kalashnikovs. But obviously you do want the kills on the SMG, $600 a piece, to grow their money ever so further.
A site control completely given to them for absolutely free. Obviously TyLoo were gambling on the stack, hoping that Flash were going to make their play in towards that B bomb site. But they have tiptoed in and secured A. They can get that bomb down now as well as they clear their angles and finally realize that it is free for them to take.
Yeah, 50-50 when you go for the stacks. And of course, Flash Gaming winning that game of rock, paper, scissors. As the bomb is planted towards A. And now TyLoo could try and save their CZs and Kevlar to the next round and replicate their chances into round number 18.
They are pushing quite aggressively here, though. DD and Co as well holding crossfires. They might actually be able to get the drop on some of these Ts if they don't get the read on them correctly. DD as well opens up and takes down K's. There should be the refrag from Bondik, which he will be able to achieve. Grabs himself a MAC-10 as well. An attacker has arrived on the scene. Attacker should win this firefight, though, with a rifle quite easily. But Pentet peeks out of nowhere, takes him down. Everyone on the side of Flash is actually conceding an awful lot of firepower. That's going to be 3 rebuys that have to come out.
Even versus the ecos, you can see how overzealous Flash Gaming are. No reason to give away the MAC-10. Okay, the MAC-10s are fair enough. You can hunt with those weapons. You want to try and get a surplus of 2 kills to buy back that gun. If you do die, you give away a MAC-10 to the next round. It's not really too impactful. But pushing with the AK as well onto site, hunting for those kills. Fairly sloppy play so far from Flash Gaming. 5-12 as we go into round number 18. It's going to be the eco from TyLoo. Obviously, Bondik saving the Kevlar and CZ. Going to be dropping over the MAC-10 as well to Captain Mo, but apart from that, everyone else on USPs and no Kevlar.
Trying to take that map control towards top mid early on as they go for a bit of a fast play. Flashbang soaring through the sky as the CTs are repositioning, just trying to play with range that favors these USPs, and Bondik comes in with 1, takes down attacker. There's a team kill as well as Castle will fall. Bondik gets the second frag. Oh no, they've absolutely dismantled everything that Flash Gaming had into this round.
2K from Bondik, ampled up as well by the team kill from K's, meaning we're into a 5 versus 2. But look at this, the B site is completely free and open. Once again, we're seeing these sites completely left open and vacant. But TyLoo haven't rotated anyone back towards the B site. They can try and go as a 4-man unit for this retake, but having no Kevlar, if they give away the early kills just like this could very easily still go in favor of Flash Gaming.
Some are going to find that headshot on towards somebody. DD as well, peeking out as he rattles off those shots. Does get him fairly low. Bentek going to chime in with a headshot back on towards Lovey. It's all up to Summer to defend this site, or else TyLoo can get themselves their 30 in front of the board and try and deny Flash from getting themselves into a good position to try and topple their mass defense right now. The smoke's going to go down. They push through. There's the kill from Bondik. What a round.
Timer was ticking away. There was 10 seconds on the defuse as well. If Summer had found 1 or 2 kills there, there's definitely a chance he could have claimed that one. Nevertheless, it's going to be 5-13. TyLoo win with just Bondik on Kevlar and a CZ, and somehow, somewhere he claims to. Team kill comes out as well. It's going to be 13-5 as there was hope in the pan for Flash Gaming, but it seems like it's all just dispersed away.
Yeah, that was not a good round. Definitely a hard one to stomach for the side of Flash Gaming, as the rebuys will come through as well. Summer going to be grabbing the big green gun, see if we can get the entries with it. The rest of them fairly lackluster, just CZ's in commission, apart from Karsa with the AK. TyLoo as well. They should just be able to play their fairly standard style of CS now on that CT half and lock it down, Snods.
Yeah, AWP as well for Captain Mo, kits as well for the CT side now in case the retake was to happen. Molotovs on 3 other players as well. So far, so good for TyLoo, as they're 3 away from claiming this one. Captain Mo spots out one. Will be dinked by the CZ through the wall, so it's only going to do 45 points of damage. Castle with the AK playing very passive as well, holding for the boiler push, as he will be trading the AK over to Lovey. AWP onto Summer, as he does push towards Banana. It's going to be 4 players from TyLoo towards the A site, leaving just DD alone on that B site. He has a Molotov, he has a smoke as he waits now. The only issue here, Jack, is he's not playing for information. You can see how far back he is towards the site, which means late rotations from TyLoo is this space and opportunity for Flash Gamer that can really pounce on and capitalize on. Or will they be melted by the M4 of DD? As the Molotov will come through, Summer peeking in, peering into this B site, trying to find the first kill and open up the site and grant Flash Gamer their 6th.
Can he deny them? Slow them down enough for the cavalry to arrive as DD gets the opening frag, ready for more as well, as they'll strike away, tapping on that M4. Luckily, his teammates have arrived to try and aid him, but Case does a deadly amount of damage with that CZ, tapping him in the cranium to remove him from the equation. They've secured side control now as well. 20 seconds, Karsa will begin to commit to the bomb plant, but he goes down!
Oh, Benter, there's a smoke phase, finds one kill, goes for the second as well, gonna spray down Case.
Oh, keeps it going, Snods. It's a hat-trick of kills! Bentet, as he walks his way through, blow for blow, ripping them down as he rips them a new one, and TyLoo get another fantastic round of the bag.
Bentet there just windmilling into that B-bomb site, takes it out 1 by 1 as they fall like dominoes.
Yeah, it's like Sam on a night out as he just went through, windmilling, taking everyone down.
Exactly that. 14-5, 9-round advantage for TyLoo. As it seems like Sam Cam's going to be coming into fruition very, very shortly. This could be a very swift best-of-3.
Yeah, it's true. Looking like TyLoo want to close this down in a dominant fashion. Flash just broken. They've gone out like a flash in a pan.
So, round number 20, 14-5, 9-round advantage right now for TyLoo on their CT side. And the buy will be fairly weak. It's going to be CZ onto 4 of the players. Deagle for attacker. They do have 3 smokes. They can try smoke off mini pit, maybe smoke off front of the site, or smoke off pit, try and infiltrate the A site with speed. But TyLoo, they have the utility to try and bounce back and hold them at bay.
Smoke's going to come over as they set themselves up. Going to be using that utility to try and give them as much leeway and as much additional help into the round as possible as they want to go for this burst. The bomb still just waiting as well as everyone else slowly encroaches into that CT side control. But look at the position of Captain Mo here as he just peeks out from Library. If we do see the face of Lovey, surely he should get that initial frag.
50 seconds now. 3 this time towards A from TyLoo. Is not going to be taking the risk, but the flash peek comes out. There you have it. Benter finds 1. Also, the pressure does impound on that quad position as it's going to be the 5 versus 2 as the CT side find all the kills. Bondic will get away scot-free as well with 13 HP. Carter tries to equalize the numbers though.
So easy for them right now to just go for these aggressive faces and make mincemeat out of everyone. Bentet as well. Another frag going to come through. Surely not the final one. Luckily he will fall with a CZ as Carter stays alive and kicking, trying to keep a little bit more aggression in his favor. But Bondic was ready for him. That's match point secured. 1 away from getting map 1 and taking Inferno very, very quickly.
Not only is it match point, Jack, but it's going to be 10 of them. Flash Gaming need to win 10 in a row if they want any chance of forcing OT, and at bare minimum they can no longer win this in regulation. We saw, I think it was 9 rounds in a row. Was it 8 or 9 rounds in a row from TyLoo on their T side. The only issue is, Jack, I don't think we're going to be seeing that from Flash, especially when you see their buy as well. 5 to Kevlar, 4 CZs, 1 Deagle. They have good utility. The problem is, though, are they going to be able to use it before they're really taken out the server?
Yeah, can they actually do anything with these weapons? Captain Mo almost going down there, Snods. I think down to 30 HP. That's not a great start for him.
1 minute 30 now, as the bomb is towards middle. All 5 players from Flash Gaming grouping towards the A site, going towards apartments, potentially going to be an apps burst in towards pits, towards the A site. As obviously you want to try and take these CZs into close range.
So they're going to be getting ready to go for this play and seeing if they can actually get that A site control as they work their way through ever so slightly.
Minute on the clock. Ben set towards quad. Molotov goes out and going to go for the peak as well.
You can see with the timing here as well, they're so dubious. They realized they could throw away this game if they muff up this round, so they just waited out right now as Bentek coming in hard and fast, wants to try and be the one to close it out for them, but he goes down. Caster strikes with the CZ, follow-up frag as well. The CZ's looking strong for the side of Flash as they converge on the A side, but Bondik not going to be able to achieve anything this time. His AK will be scavenged there as well as they pick clean the A bomb site.
Seems like Flash Gaming will keep this one going. 2 versus 4. Lovey, Summer, and Casa are low. But then again, TyLoo, they may as well just save. They've only racked up 3 rounds on their CT side. So let's take a look.
Yeah. They realize as well, obviously they can just try and concede this one and then bite back as the amount of rounds they have is just so favorable to them. It's such an easy buffer, so there's no points to throw this one away as well. As the pause coming straight through.
Yeah, TyLoo, they don't really want any chance of Flash Gaming, even if it is 1 in 10. You know, 1 in 100, as they do if they were to come back, 9 rounds in a row. But as I said before, even though they're 15 to 6 up, they're still going to use and utilize all of their pauses. That's one of the things I do definitely admire from Peacemaker on this team, is he really does put in 100% effort.
Yep, loves the pauses to try and actually give them that extra bit of time to play with and actually scope out what potentially went wrong. How can we adjust? How can we fix it? For TyLoo as well, they just look strong, they look dominant, and I feel like they've just got the mantle on things overall. Flash actually will be able to squeeze a buyout into this one as well off the back of that prior round. It's just a matter of time, I feel like, honestly, so it's delaying the inevitable really here for Flash.
Exactly. Then again, now they're going to be having a stronger buy. That being Flash Gaming, as we go into round number 22. 15 to 6, TyLoo, of course, still have the 9 match points to try and work with. 9 opportunities to close this one out in regulation. If this was potentially 15 to 9, 15 to 10, we could be arguing for a comeback, but when you've seen how dominant TyLoo have been in Inferno, especially as it's their map pick as well, they're going to have go-to rounds on their CT side to claim rounds, right? Pushes towards banana or middle. Ooh. And so already they're trying something new.
Yeah, they're just going for the mid-crunch right now as Mo only going to get 1. Case has been able to find all the frags so far as he gets the double kill into the round, but they get behind them. They didn't expect banana push to go in this fashion as somebody will B-hop away, tries to stay alive and actually fight for another day. DD's there to support him as well. He goes down, but DD with the refrag as he swings wide and hits him with a right hook.
2 versus 2. Push coming in from Bonnik towards second mid as well. This could be the drop they need as the bomb is still towards T-Stairs. Casa, the timing could be so good in his favor if Bonnik walks across that bridge.
Oh, Bondik peeking out. He will get spotted, but Bondik gets one. Bondik gets a second as well as he flicks down. Hat-trick for Bondik and another round for TyLoo. A massive display there from Bondik as well. 24 frags individually. Definitely looking to impress.
Exactly that.